to bring bad luck to or cast an evil spell on.
There we go. Are we guys back? You guys back?
Did the stream die?
The OBS just reconnected. And now you guys can donate points again, I think.
No, it wasn't a full disconnect.
Alright, it's not full disconnect. Haha! Jokes to you.
Unless if I try refreshing, maybe that will work. Let's see. If I refresh, can I do it?
Who knows? See, I told you guys, it's fine. Even if I took a 4-day break.
Refreshing helps. If you refresh and vote for Skyla.
See, even if I take a 4-day break, you guys can donate all of that points in just matter of days. It's fine. Come on out with it.
So Fish, vote for Skyla. Soy supremacy.
Oh no. More power to Skyla again. So you did meet Skyla last time, Fish, on our nameless stream.
The voice of Soy.
The voice of Soy. The hey! What are you suggesting is impossible? It's out of the question.
What? What are you talking about, man? How can you possibly say that?
Also, Sky Blue would date what? Scarlet
would date you.
Skyla date me. What?
No, would skate both Skyla and you.
Oh,
doesn't matter. Would date either one of you.
Doesn't matter. Well, Skyla's there. You can date her when her stream comes.
You do realize that I'm only doing my job. As a foreman of the jury, I have a responsibility to steer everyone in the right direction.
That's technically what you should do. You should just voice out your own opinion.
So where's your evidence, man? That's what we want to see. I say the two witnesses saw 2 different moments of the same crime. You say that that's out of the question? Show me some proof. Shove it into my face.
Looks like the only way I'm going to convince him is to present him with something he can't dismiss. Some irrefutable, hard evidence. As you wish. Here comes the hard evidence. What? I'll give you the proof. It's out of the question that the 2 witnesses saw 2 different moments of the same crime as proven by
the autopsy report.
Take that!
This is the victim's autopsy report. According to what's written here, Mr. Mason was stabbed in the abdomen only once.
Only once?
It's quite simple. The victim was stabbed precisely 1 time. Which means these witnesses can't possibly have seen it happen 2 different times. Alright, I can see defeat. There, we did it. We did it. Wait. That means the 4 jurors are now leaning to not guilty.
We've done it, Naruto-san. We've won.
We did it.
At least we've won the summation examination.
We did it. I mean, oh yeah, that's right.
What are you playing at, you dandy fool?
Shut your trap, sir. No one deceives me.
But we have a consensus.
I said shut your trap. I know a liar when I see one. And if that chap ever dares to cross the threshold of my shop, I'll take his razor-sharp blade and shave every last hair of his head. Oh, he's
a barber.
What
are you, a barber?
You mean Edward Scissorhands? Please tell me he's a barber. I don't know.
Well, in quite a remarkable turn of events, the transformation examination has flipped the balance of the scales of justice. The jurors now stand at 2 for guilty and 4 for not guilty. Accordingly, there is no longer a large enough majority among the jury for me to adjudicate. The trial must continue.
Bruh.
I hereby ask the defense, prosecution, and witnesses to return to their places. And I call upon all of you to continue to pursue the truth.
Finally. Jesus.
So, Lord Van Zykes, continue to substantiate the case for the prosecution, if you please.
Oh, there's a glass again.
He's toasting his own victory again before it's actually a victorious. Oh.
Uh-huh. Having savored the rich aroma of the carmine contents of this carmine contents of this hallowed chalice, it may seem crass to crush it to dust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Who's gonna clean up after your mess?
Lord Van Z- it says it's dust.
But there's liquid in that too.
Is it cold in here or is it just me? It's your antiquated tone, no doubt say the prosecution may not speak during the summation examination. So I honor the deadly silence and listen to the charade. It seems I overestimated the intelligence of the jury. Oh shit. Well, no matter. There's nothing so hard to prove as a self-evident truth, it would seem. No, and why else would we grace the courtroom with our presence after all? So, let us proceed to the next round of battle. Oh shit. Oh shit, he's hot! Bring forth the witnesses up once more. Is he general? He might be. Look at him! Oh shit, he's hot! Witnesses. I trust you heard the summation examination we have just had to endure.
Yes, sir, I did, sir.
Of course I heard it.
Oh, yes, sir, I heard it.
Is this Dio from JoJo? Oh no, this is much more scarier and much more handsomer than Dio. Look at him.
You, sir, and the coachman, I believe it's Beppo.
And hotter.
Yes, my lord, sir.
If it transpires that in your previous testimony,
Oh shit.
you were attempting to veil the presence of a fifth passenger in your omnibus, you will be found guilty of perjury. You are advised to bear that in mind, sir.
Oh, me dear.
Oh Dio.
Oh, mio Dio. Ah.
Dio. Oh, I knew it. It's Dio. He's the fifth passenger.
Over Bombi, Fish was dissing Brits.
Oh god, it's Dio.
Now then, witnesses, I hereby call on you to testify before the court again. You will explain the various misgivings brought to our attention by the defense summation examination.
Weren't you simping over Lance earlier, right, Fish?
Alright, various misgivings. Rory. Let's be alright.
Did you skip the line of his?
Huh?
I think you skipped the line. I felt.
No, it's just
Okay,
various misgivings.
Okay.
Alright.
I only carried 4 passengers that night. I swear, but
Yo, Shadow, what's up? But hey, listen, Fish.
Well, I, for one, was told I had to pay 5 cents for the bus.
he fills us in the fire, he did. And then I saw that blood-curdling sight as well. It's all too much.
I tell you, I saw McGildet stab that man. Everything I said before stands.
Oh, yeah, he stabbed me. Yes, he did. I think so, yes.
Is there an air conditioner in this room? Because you've been puffing out smoke. Like, what?
He's Sam McGee. He needs to go into cremation.
And also, yeah, that's right. Fair Play has the 20 pence
debt.
from the debt from
The 20 guineas debt.
the Guinness of World Record.
Council, make sense of this for me, please.
The phantom fifth passenger conjured into existence by Lance Easton friend never existed. Confusion has arisen from the coachman's sly little cosenage? What's a proper word pronunciation for that, Tara?
That is not a word I have encountered before.
Yeah, Rabombi. You have a British accent, right? What is this word? Cosenage? Cosenage?
Cousinage.
Cosenage? Cosenage?
Cousinage.
Cosenage?
Bappo, explain yourself.
I'm terribly sorry to you, Doctor.
I mean, he lives in England, right?
The guild's fare is 12 pence across the board, you know that.
What does cosenage, what is cosenage right pronunciation, Rabambi?
It is literally the practice of deception and trickery is the definition.
Ah.
And cousinage is how the Google pronounces it. Cousinage.
The meaning for it. Cousinage.
It is the practice of deception and trickery.
Am I to understand you've been overcharging our passengers by a penny a fare?
It's so cold, and the last run of the day is always half empty.
How dare you? You've been dishonest, coachman.
I'm sorry.
You're a disgrace, Beppo. A disgrace. And your selfish action have brought dishonor in the entire guild. A fairy tale.
If I may, sir. I had to pay 10 pence on the bus just last week.
This poor man. What? 10 pence? That's basically like paying for
2 people.
2 people.
Actually,
Or
more than
more.
2 people.
2.5.
4 passengers at 5 pence each is, yes, 20 pence. I've done the arithmetic 10 times already, but I can't make this result come out differently.
No, that figures.
Well, it would appear that one of the aforementioned misgivings have already been explained. So, counsel for the defense, your cross-examination if you please.
We've already had the pleasure of a protected summation examination today. I see you intend to continue the parlor games. Absolutely. Alright, mate. Various misgivings. More passengers. Well, I for one was told to pay 5 cents for the bus. Fiddle on us on the fare he did, then I saw the blood-curdling sight. It's all too much. I told you I saw my gilded stabbing that man. Everything I said before stands. Maybe we should press him because we basically had the lead against Fair Play right now, right?
Yeah, pressing him potentially would be good.
Hold it! So you saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him.
That's what I said, isn't it?
What was bothering me before? This was... For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question.
Anyway, there was only the two of them inside the carriage, wasn't there?
There's been much talk of a fifth passenger, but as yet zero evidence.
Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white. The man's guilty.
Something about Miss Fairplay's testimony just jars with me. I wish I could work out what it was.
Should we look at the
Really?
carriage again?
Alright, hang on. Which one do you want to look? Inside or outside? Top.
Outside on the top hatch.
This one?
Yeah.
Can certainly see inside the carriage through this opening, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is the same as before.
So I'm sure the witness quite clearly that's not good for us.
But there's the latch. Why can't we look at the latch?
I don't know, it seems like it's closed. I mean, hang on, let me try inside here, then try and open it outside. It's quite a large skylight, isn't it? Yes, quite large, good view, cabin. There doesn't appear to be a handle or a catch or any descriptions. So there's
Not on the interior.
no handle in the interior. Can't be opened from inside the cabin at least. Got it. Alright.
Why don't we trust down Beppo on the I think so?
Oh. There's a butt. Hold it! Oh, you wanna see the knife? So there were only 4 passengers on your carriage, but you didn't charge them the standard 4 pence fare. Is that right?
It's impossible to make the last run of the day, baby. I was so cold. It was all I could do to stop myself from passing out.
Can somebody give this guy a, blanket? I'm getting the chilblains just listening to you.
It was terrible. So I wanted to give myself a pat on the back or even keeping the bus running. Doesn't the dedicated code deserve an extra penny per passenger?
You're digging a deeper hole for yourself here. If only there had been a fifth passenger in the omnibus that night, then we would have had another suspect. Hmm. So maybe we're looking for a fifth passenger.
No. It's the catch on the top. Fair play could have jumped in.
I mean, if he jumped in, then wouldn't first know? And this guy, Beppo, would know if
Beppo
he
might
jumped in?
not have noticed immediately because he's sitting at the front in the coachman's seat.
Then why would first lie?
Because maybe he was bankman. Maybe there's something about that.
Alright, let's try and press first. This blood-curdling sight. You mean the murder, I presume?
Yes, sir.
The loathsome sight. No one stepped to witness the horror in the eyes of a man the moment his life is taken.
Well, not exactly, sir. I mean, I didn't actually see the exact moment the gent was stabbed.
I'm sorry, what?
Good, really?
We have another witness who did, however. The banker had already testified to it. But Mr. First didn't actually see the point at which the victim was killed. It may turn out to be very significant.
I heard the banker gent next to me take a sharp intake of breath. See, that's when I looked through the glass. That's when I saw the horrible blade poking out from his belly, all covered in blood. Every time I see a knife now, I can't help screaming even when I'm eating.
Alright, press him here. Maybe it's Beppo's turn.
Yes. Yeah.
Earlier, you testified that you saw the moment when the defendant allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you?
Oh, yes, that's right.
You said the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip.
I suppose.
Don't tell me that you guys never saw the actual moment of the crime.
I might have, you know, yes. The cart before the horse, maybe.
What's this?
Oh, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horses when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck. Oh, I expect that was me, sir.
Yowie was first.
Then when I turned around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. The gentleman was on the floor, and the knife was sticking out of his midriff. That's right, yes, and the fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yeah.
How did you see the man inside the skylight? So in short, you didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all.
I really thought I did, but when I go over it again in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I?
Aha! Excuse me!
You, sir!
Excuse me.
Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. He didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that?
How did you know?
Hey?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly. Could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? Some days are like that. No chance. Well, there is a chance that he might have seen it because he's directly atop of it and
But no,
can
no
see it the
chance.
skylight. But
It
why?
is what he's saying. The guy stabbed the guy sitting right next to him while they were seated. Right. That's the testimony that he gave.
Okay, so no chance.
But look at the picture. The picture, it's just stabbed directly into his belly, not from the side, from the front.
So, oh, interesting. That is true. So no chance. I mean,
No chance.
the actual question here is, could he have just happened to see the exact moment the crime was committed? So, let's just try this. Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly. Unless you spend your time peeping through a skylight on the top of the omnibus, that is.
Peeping? I'm a respectable city banker, have you know? And I know what I saw. I remember it as clear as a ballarat day. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you.
Keep talking, man.
Thank you, Miss Purpley. Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little under the collar there, my lord. I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about what exactly you saw. Oh, I can do that all right. I'll tell you just how grim it was.
Oh, a new statement. Set up those blood-soaked hands after that butcher's press it?
Yeah.
Blood-soaked?
Well, perhaps soak is laying it a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
No. Bring out the evidence.
Oh boy! We got him. We got him, boys. We got him. And you saw that from the roof through the skylight?
Well, the skylight's reasonably large, so I have a pretty good view. There was a lamp on the inside the carriage as well, so I'm quite sure of what I saw.
It's Banker's latest statement. I feel sure there's something not quite right about it.
When you feel something doesn't add up, Naruto-san, that's when you should give a good look through the court record.
Wow, thank you, Sasato. Very insightful. Not long ago, this trial very nearly came to an end. Somehow we managed to keep our chances alive here. I can't waste this cross-examination. I have to use it to bring some new facts to light.
If you're not careful when you press these witnesses, the danger is that the jury will end up believing something unhelpful as they did before.
Maybe. But we can't let the fear of that happening stop us from uncovering important new information.
Yes, you're so right.
I need to pay careful attention here. I don't want to miss even a flicker of a reaction among these witnesses. So that means we need to see for reactions.
Remember, if you happen to spot one of the witnesses reacting in a strange way, don't hesitate to pursue them as to the reason.
Alright, but we know now. Wait,
we-
should we present here?
Yeah, we need to present. Well,
Objection.
Okay, it's okay. Whew. I mean, it doesn't say both hands, so blood-soaked hands.
Well, I bet that soap might have been laying on it on a little thick, but anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it.
Well, I'm very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar. Try to remind me that you won. Oh, draw one fan
I owe
art?
you.
I owe you. Sorry, I couldn't read apparently a three-letter word. Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question. Also, thank you.
Oh, yes, right.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there. But, as I'm sure you can clearly see, it's not made of cake or poop. It's only on the right-hand glove.
What is he? A beaver? He's just gnawing on his cane.
In short, Mr. Fairplay, your testimony is inconsistent.
But, no, that can't be right.
So you're the liar here then?
That's right, you are quite clear about it. You said
It was both hands.
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection.
It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying. Yes, it wasn't both hands. It was only one, but the fact remains. The victim's blood was on the accused.
Objection.
No, Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over the both hands, which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Why, I'm a city banker for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not gutter snipe. A standing member of society to prevaricate.
He's claiming to have no reason to lie. But is that really the case?
No, we have evidence. Naruhodo-san. If he had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, he could turn the tide in this trial completely.
Oh, here comes the tsunami. Something showed this man has compelling reason to lie in his testimony. Oh,
I have evidence.
My lord.
Yes, counsel.
The defense is ready to present evidence.
By Jove, are you sure?
Yes, evidence that will clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay had reason to lie in his testimony.
Very well. Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. Evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness' alleged deception of the court.
Take that! Take that! This is the list of the debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused's extortion.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name, Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Also, this begs the question. If he has the ledger, he must have known that Bruce was there. Right? He's the one who presented the ledger.
Yeah, the prosecutor.
What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused? No, well, it's barely worthy of being called death.
20 guineas.
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guineas, not an inconsiderable sum of money, when you say.
Well, what of it?
Let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
This document states that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to the capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Cease to exist?
Mr. Fairplay, is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw? In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guineas to the defendant?
Order! 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 Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Yes, Lord. Let me ask you again. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implication upon your future, sir. Did you or did you not see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim?
Your silence speaks volumes.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
How much wood can a woodchuck chuck wood? You did not tell the truth in your testimony, you woodchucker.
Alright. Now let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did. I'll restate the truth a pinch.
A pinch?
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGilded's hands. Both of them.
Objection!
And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here as evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Don't tell me, he's telling the truth.
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself as it happened.
Seeing what?
The blood, sir, on the assailant's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure that it was on both his hands, not just one.
Oh, God. Okay.
If it was on both hands, one, it was where'd the blood go, or whose hands were they?
What? What? The blood should be on the bottom of the glove? Well, we tried and double-checked the gloves. It's only one.
It would appear that we're going to need further testimonies from all of you witnesses. This time, I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear? Yards.
Naruto-san, this is good news. The course of the trial seemed to have slipped us slightly at last.
Yes. I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. I mean, he has not said a single objection yet. Naruhodo.
There was blood on both hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember that. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
I remember seeing this knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them. I didn't actually see anything myself. Not until I heard that scream.
Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside the carriage who we all would have seen.
Oh.
Well, lo and behold.
Oh my god, fish. Daddy Van Zykes. You finally you, you finally have been lured into the simpage.
In truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment of the crime was perpetrated. I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one inside the carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. That much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying we saw the man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about. Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. The victim's fresh blood is clearly visible on the seats, corroborating the witness' account. In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case.
Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord. I really don't know which one to pursue now. We're basically out of ammunitions at this point.
And it's not letting us look at the actual things that we are finding discrepancies in the actual evidence we've got. It's like, why? Because there is a clasp on the top of the wagon.
There's a what?
There's the for that skylight
The
hatch.
skylight?
There's a clasp that can be accessed from the top rung, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Khan.
What's gone?
Khan. He just
Khan?
contributed to the Skylight stream.
Oh, sorry. My thing is full screen, so I currently don't see any redeem points. You just only hear them. Which one should we go for? Hey, it's gone. I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blooded. Maybe we should pursue this attacker with bloods on them. Right? That's right. You definitely saw that too. Blood on both hands?
Yes, sir. I mean, I know what you're going to say. Only one of Mr. McGillis' gloves has any signs of blood on it.
That's right.
The thing is, as far as I remember, sir, when I looked down and saw Mr. McGillis sitting beside the other fellow, I don't believe he was wearing any gloves, sir.
Oh. He wasn't wearing these gloves?
That's correct, sir, and I saw the blood on both his bare hands quite clearly.
It's true that the dark-colored stain on the dark leather gloves wouldn't have been easy to see. I should point out that the police officer who apprehended the accused on that night in question reported that there was no trace of blood on Mr. McGilded's gloved hands. There wasn't blood on his hands?
This is puzzling indeed.
Where did the blood come from then?
Where did the blood go? Where did you go, G.I. Joe? This must be significant somehow, I'm sure of it.
Let's look at the gloves again.
Alright. Oops, I almost presented that. Oh. Alright, I did try and check the gloves. There was nothing here. Yeah, there was no highlight except for the blood. This is definitely blood, isn't it? Pleasant sight to confronted in first day in London. No, by the way, Mr. Right-handed. He was using a coin in his right. Alright! Hey, Dragon! How was your stream, buddy?
Hey, DCP, now you raided me into this again.
How are you?
Hey, listen!
Can't stay spoilers. Oh, are you gonna play this? It's a good game. Play it. All right. I have this for a couple of months now, and I still haven't finished it because I don't have the heart to do all of the voice acting in all this game. What is 6 divided by 2? Parentheses 2 plus 1. Well, you need to do the parentheses first. 2 plus 1 is 3. Then you divide it first. 3 divided by 2. Right? Or is that a fraction?
9. It's 2 plus 1 is 3. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And then 3 times 3 is 9.
Yeah, there you go. It's PEMDAS. Sorry guys, you can't fool me. I'm a math. Well, you know. I still don't know why you kept that there. Anyway, the fact remains that there couldn't be anyone else inside the character would have seen. Well, let's try and press that. And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight on the roof of the omnibus?
That's right. It was fiercely cold at night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh yes, I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place. Well, I don't know about this young fella, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
No? Why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
It was locked?
That's right, and it's public bus service, for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Haha.
Yes, I had exactly the same experience. I tried knocking, but the gent inside just gestured at me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up to the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I assure you, I wasn't just looking down, I was glaring long and hard. That's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else at all in that cabin, I would have noticed.
Oh, you raised the prices of all of the Hey Listen. Were you getting annoyed by them too?
I'm not really annoyed at them. I also changed the favorite one to Lazy Terra now. I did a couple of things when I was on my break. So, unequivocally.
9 times 7 plus 6 equals murder.
Murder. Murder. I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Could they really have seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight?
They might not have been able to because there is a limited view.
Well, here's the problem about that. And Dragon Scoop can watch this. Murder. Because
Everything is murder to you, DCP.
you told me this before, that it was in front of his guts. So maybe it could have been in front of him. Right? And that means that they couldn't see it because the skylight only views one side of the couch.
Yeah.
So they might not have been able to. They would have seen everything.
No, they might not have been able to. Even seeing.
Have you ever had a dream that you had to, you could, you do, you it, you are, you could do so, you do, you could, you wanted him to do you so much you could do anything?
Maybe. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay.
So you had a dream where you wanted a male to do you so much you could do anything?
Well, that's con for you. We're not shaming you here, Con. You're riding this omnibus.
I was asking you, Rabbit.
What? No. I want Sky to do. Guys, please. And witness the event in the cabin through the skylight in the floor of the upper deck, is that right?
That's right, yes.
In that case, there's a portion of a cabin interior that would have been out of sight from you. What?
My golly, really?
Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But the possibility cannot be denied that at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection! Enough hypothetical meandering, my Nivonese friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here in the flesh.
Here's another math question for you. If you can solve it without using a calculus, stop saying rabbits to 942,528,556,278 3,822,657 3,247 plus 2365217 times 234,786 x 34287 equals.
No. I'm not that kind of a genius.
I don't want to even try.
Dragon, I'm not that kind of a genius. No.
I mean, I could probably solve it, but it would take me a long time, and I don't want to.
I don't have that kind of memory, Dragon.
I mean, I could do it without a calculator. It would just take too long.
I could also do it in a paper, but damn.
You will identify the area in this cross-sectional plan of the omnibus.
Where exactly in the
omnibus are you suggesting that this potential extra passenger could have been situated?
Well, right here, my dear good man.
Take that!
But rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel, whereas the seat in the closed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin, which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight, is as I've drawn here. That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite the one in which the cabin and his attacker were sitting is obscured from view. In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat, it's like telling everybody, well, technically you didn't see who killed it, so but even so it's a locked room and there's only 2 people inside. there might be that guy must have not killed this other guy. Right? You get what I'm saying, Terra?
Yeah, it's like there's a possibility that there's information that you did not see.
It's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. Nah, Sky, you high. I'm high, Sky.
Objection!
You're sky high.
High Sky High School. It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity. Huh? Please skip that after stream over. I'm gonna go now. Clip? Which one? I can do.
The text to speech, maybe?
No.
I concur with the prosecution rejoins there. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you are able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
Can you
No.
not know this one?
We cannot.
What if we review the information again?
I
We
mean,
might uncover something new. But it's highly unlikely.
Male Strongheart. Susato.
we cannot. Unfortunately, right? Beppo's riding the carriage, so he can't be the
Yeah.
one. Bruce Fairplay had ladies first alibi since they were both on top of the deck. The only one inside was Thrice-Fired Mason and Magnus McGilded.
And Magnus McGilded was apparently asleep.
And Thrice-Fired is the other one inside the cabin. And we don't have any leads right now in the court record, right? You only got the crime
Not-
scene photograph, the autopsy report, the defendant's leather gloves, which we still couldn't prove that his hands is covered with boat blood, the omnibus, the murder weapon, which has no relevance quite yet, the debtor's ledger that only has Bruce Fairplay. I honestly don't know who could it have been. Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witness on the roof deck? Sorry to say, I have no idea. The janitor. Ugh, I have literally no idea.
But as a proud citizen of the Japanese Empire, you will look to the sky and walk on, making sure all signs of tears are gone. Go on.
This isn't just a case of going on, Mrs. Sato. Don't look at me like that. All right then. I'll go on. The defense would like to put forward a name. What? Excuse me? You are a fool. I know. He is. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitation. A toast to hard lessons not yet learned.
Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat.
Why are you calling him daddy now? Didn't you already curse him to have eternal dandruff to himself and all his descendants?
I do not know. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. On that night, on the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus cabin that was obscured from view was... There's only one person I know. And it's McGilded.
I mean, I would save it.
Take that!
Bro, no need. A passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Mr. McGilded?
What are you talking about, Consul? That's the name of the defendant. Objection!
Damn. Daddy.
If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hallowed chalice, do forgive the discourtesy.
Lord Van Zykes. Lord Van Zykes.
People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly.
What are you trying to say?
Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand. When the
I
bloody
mean, that
sea...
does not look like McGilded in that suit.
But
From
wait,
this.
they did say they saw someone right next to the victim.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's 3 of them in there.
When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact.
Never
It's the
gonna
very...
give you stew, never gonna let you stew, never gonna run around and desert rabbit stew.
Huh. Interesting. That's a new take for Never Gonna Give You Up.
Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact it's the very premise in which this case is built.
Objection! But that premise may be wrong.
What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistent that can't be reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency, counsel?
The defendant's gloves, my lord. Both witnesses made the same testimony. They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Objection! Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains.
Objection! The point is, even in the face of the irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance.
Yes, their testimonies remain unchanged.
Exactly. They both adamantly swear that they are clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. The dog did it. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. No, damn. I'm supporting you. It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night, a third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands, both of them.
Objection! And who was this third party?
Obviously, the true culprit, which I do not know the name.
Extraordinary.
I mean, we're not wrong.
Order! 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 What exactly are you postulating? Objection! The defense postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused.
Objection!
But what elaborating on his testimony? Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats, and I couldn't exactly make out their faces.
Yes. The tops of their head were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them, though.
Yes, that's right. Both gents were most certainly had it. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir.
And what particular starts apart did the two gentlemen spot, Mr. Fast?
I'm afraid I don't remember.
But you're a
Why
hatter.
would the Hatter not remember?
Yeah, but you're a hatter. And you call yourself a hatter.
The style of hat makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
How can you be sure?
Because if there had been, the accused Mr. McGilded would undoubtedly have offered to dispose the fact.
Huh?
Unless
But
that is,
Mr. McGilded was asleep.
you're proposing an even more preposterous explanation.
And the culprit was actually gone when he awoke.
That is true. But how could he escape? It's a moving carriage. So,
He might have hid in the compartment because he was small.
I mean, it's so small, right?
But there's still space in there.
Well, let's open the door, go inside, see murder, horrible. But if Mr. McGilded was sitting here, then that means that he couldn't have a go there, right? This one?
Or he might have even been in there himself.
Feeding tubs, repair wheels, blanket car showing so there's a storage compartment for the coachman to keep his things, it seems. To be any space for passengers to stow their luggage, that's for sure. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty tiny, and I think I vaguely remember them saying, there's no way a person could fit here. Like a small person, even. It's a size. And it's so hard to know. But maybe a child. Like a tiny child killed the man?
Which he traveled.
Ah! It's right. If there was another person traveling in the closed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it.
He was asleep.
Oh,
He has stated as such that he was asleep.
there's clearly a simple solution to this problem. Bring the accused, Mr. McGilded, to the stand. Well, what say you, counsel? The prosecution objects, what? On what grounds? As a suspect, we have already made a full statement to the police.
But what if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian. If it indeed turns out the man has been withholding information, can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act. Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion?
My lord, should we ask Mr. McGilded to testify or not? Oh, technically we won't progress without knowing exactly McGilded's
Perspective on it.
perspective.
Because we need to know exactly where and how he was sitting and how he saw the situation when he awoke.
Yeah, and also this will prove to us that where in which of the seats Mr. McGilded is sitting.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand. Plundersy rabbit holes run. See, no! Stop! Come back here, dragon!
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury.
Which rabbit hole?
I would attempt you're talking about a different rabbit hole. Whew, okay, you don't know the secret one.
Oh, yes, I need a little time to consider this.
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say.
Get that man out of here, I say.
It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
When something needs doing, get it done. That's how I run things at the guild.
Hearing what the patron of my favorite little park has to say? Oh yes, that would be lovely.
Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once.
Oh God.
Can we call it? I'm really tired.
Well, sure.
I think it's a decent spot right before we get a new person on the stand.
All right. If this might be the to be continued scene. Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear. Nope. Well, there's a stopping point here that I want you to see because if we cut it here, you might forget it.
Okay.
But don't worry, I'll remind you the court record next time. Don't worry, we're still on the trial, I think. How do I save again? May not accidentally press present. How do I save? No. All right, I'll check how to. Whoop. Oh, there it is. Options.
You couldn't even see up.
I know. I was pressing plus.
You're hiding behind yourself. You're watching it with yourself on the screen in front of the things you needed to.
Yeah. All right, there you go. We'll continue this next Friday or Wednesday or Tuesday.
Well, when we get the chance.
Yeah, when we get the chance,
But
guys.
because Nameless isn't going on next Friday, we definitely have a spot there, and we are thinking about hanging with DCP next Saturday.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, DCP. All right, that's gonna be it for today, guys. It's already been saved. We're gonna continue that next time. Here we are. How do you like the place, Terra? I like the place.
Sony.
Karina Yonome? Sure. Let's go raid Karina.
Kirana.
Corona. Corona? Alright, actually, let me put the music back on. Where is it? I lost it. Alright. What?
Let me tell you
Oh, it's an ad.
story.
Alright, let's raid Kirana. Anything to say about the story, Tara?
I am tired.
Did you like the story?
It is interesting, but I am fading fast.
All right, we'll rate Karina, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time. Goodbye, and thank you for joining us.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
We've got to go. Gonna leave you all behind. Face the truth.
All right, Tara.
You,
Thank
you,
you
you
for
didn't even
joining
let
me
me
today.
finish.
I'm sorry. It was already there. I'm sorry. Okay, and message me.
Yo, Ray, thank you, thank you. Hi everyone, how you doing? I am Kirina, and I am the best.
You're what?
Mage
Excuse me?
ever.
Is that a battle?
Hi.
Alright, Tara, have
Yeah.
a good night today. I hope you have fun.
Was it? Yeah, thanks
Goodbye.
so much for the raid, Sky. Thank you.
What's the battle?
Huh?
Is Keon challenging you?
Yes,
Now, Karina said,
yes,
I'm
yes,
the
yes,
best,
yes.
so she's definitely challenging me.
I what? You're the friend from Caged Collab. Wait, what? What?
Alright, Tara.
What on earth?
Thank
What do
you
you
for
mean?
joining me. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Have a good
What
sleep.
do you mean?
You too.
My lip is weird. My brother's gonna be so happy after this. If he's still active, I told him. I what? You're making me the confused. Yeah. Save the Margays. Save the Margays. Next time I get a comment on TikTok about wanting to kill me, I think I might reply to it and say save the Margays and do a TikTok about it. Save the Margays. Don't shoot us. Greetings, Sky. Thanks for the raid. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, him, the guy raided last time. Right. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You call him?
Nice. From the collab stream? Oh, is it one of the people from the collab? I thought that was like a anime boy game where you talk to anime boys. Is that what it is? Is Caged an anime boy game where you get anime boys? Is that what it is? What is it? Oh, okay. I'm confused. Dancing. Ooh. The what? Oh, they were voice acting the characters. Yeah, I remember. I was watching. Thanks for the retweet yesterday. Oh, no problem. Thanks for being so happy about me getting 900. It's adorable. So cute. You're all so cute. You're all adorable. I love you all. I love you all. Mwah. 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 There you go. For you. E's for you.
You got so many bits today.
Upload again.
That's a thing.
Upload. Okay.
Right?
I'm
Maybe.
hungry. Give me your food. Give me all your money. I need a gun. Let's have a gun asset. I think I'm actually uploading one. I make you blush good.